I'm Jason Bovada. These are my NFL Week 17 picks. Okay, so it's the final week of the NFL 2020 season. And I'm going to take the last game of the week 16. I really like Buffalo Bills. They've been cashing in for me all season. The Patriots are terrible. So I'm going to take the Buffalo Bills on the money line, minus 370. And for the first game of week 17, I'm going to take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers minus 6.5 versus the Atlanta Falcons. I'm going to go with the Baltimore Ravens minus 11.5 versus the Cincinnati Bengals. I have to take +3 with the New York Giants at home in a division game versus the Dallas Cowboys. The Jacksonville Jaguars are playing for Lawrence. The Indianapolis Colts are playing for the playoffs. So I'm going to take the Indianapolis Colts minus 14 points at home. I like the New Orleans Saints minus 6.5 versus the Carolina Panthers. I'm actually shocked that the Pittsburgh Steelers are getting 6.5 points versus the Cleveland Browns. I have no idea how that's even possible. That seems like a lock. I'm going to take that. I like the Tennessee Titans, who I've been riding with heavy all season. So I'm going to take the Tennessee Titans minus 7.5 points versus the Houston Texans. Got to take the Philadelphia Eagles to beat the Washington football team by more than 1 point. That actually seems too easy. That seems like another lock, actually. Going to take the Green Bay Packers minus 6 versus the Chicago Bears. This is kind of I don't know about this one because the Packers are the number 1 team in the NFC, so what are they really playing for here? That's a tough one. The Chicago Bears have been playing really, really well. 6 points. I don't know how much the Packers are going to really play this week. Oh, boy. I feel like the Packers they could actually still lose this game and still be number 1. I didn't really check the playoff scenarios like that, but I'm actually going to switch. I'm going to switch it. This is crazy. I'm going to take the Chicago Bears +6 at home for the final game of the season. A lot of those Bears players are playing for their jobs. I don't think they're going to let the Packers just walk in there and, beat them by more than a touchdown. So I'm going to take the Bears +6 because they're at home. If it was the Bears going to Lambeau, and this is same predicament, week 17, Packers still have the first round bye, I would probably take the Packers. But because the Bears are at home, I'm going to take +6 with the Bears. Take +6. I don't think Rodgers is going to play that much, nor should he play that much. I don't think the starters should play too much for the Packers this game. So giving the Bears 6 points, that's fine. I'll take that. That's fine. I'm going to take the Las Vegas Raiders minus 2.5 over the Denver Broncos. And for the final game, I'm going to take Seattle Seahawks minus 4.5 versus the San Francisco 49ers. Bovada allows up to 12 teams picks for your parlays, or 12 picks for your parlays. We are at 12. Only one game again on the money line. That's the Monday night game, tonight game. It's a 12-team parlay. That's a plus 163.24. We're going to risk $20 to win $32,064.80. So there you have it. That's my NFL Week 17 pick. We have a 12-team parlay. We're taking the New Orleans Saints minus 6.5. We're taking Tennessee Titans minus 7.5. The Philadelphia Eagles minus 1, which I believe is a lock. I like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers minus 6.5. We're going to take the Las Vegas Raiders minus 2.5. The Seattle Seahawks versus minus 4.5. We're taking the Indianapolis Colts to try to punch their way into the playoffs with a minus 14 points versus the Jags. Baltimore's giving up a lot of points, minus 11.5 to the Bungles, but I'm going to take the Ravens on the road. I'm taking the Chicago Bears plus 6 at home versus the number 1 Packers and number 1 team in the NFC, the Packers. I don't think the Packers have too much to play for, and the Bears have been playing pretty well the last few weeks, so I'll take 6 points. The New York Giants, I have to take plus 3 points versus the Dallas Cowboys. I'm surprised that line is as high as it is. I expect that line to go down to maybe 2, maybe 2.5 by game. I'm going to take the Pittsburgh Steelers plus 6.5 versus the Browns. And we are taking tonight's game, the last game of Week 16. We're riding heavy with the Buffalo Bills versus the New England Patriots. What are your NFL Week 17 picks? Who are your favorites? Who are your favorites? What's your lock of the week? What's your upset of pick of the week? Will I go 12-0 or will I go 0-12? And because this is the final week of NFL 2020 season, we're going to have a little bit more fun. We're going to actually play a few more games. We're going to go with a boxing this weekend. My boy Ryan Garcia is fighting. I'm going to take him in a parlay. We also have some college football bowl week. And we're going to go with a few college football games. We're going to take minus 350 with San Jose State. And of course, we have to add number 1 Alabama minus 1,300. And I'm riding with my boy, Trevor Lawrence. He cashed in for me last week versus Notre Dame, so I'm going to ride with him again. We're going to take Clemson minus 300 on the money line. Just a quick 14 parlay. This 14 parlays offers a plus 133. And we're going to risk... we'll risk $40 to win $53, just in case we don't cash in on the NFL bet, which Seems impossible. It seems like a lot. 12-0, of course. We'll risk $40 to win $53 on this parlay. So just a quick another parlay. We took San Jose State minus 350 on a money line. We took the Clemson. My boy Trevor Lawrence minus 300, and we're taking Alabama, number 1 seed, minus $12.99 versus Notre Dame, and we're riding with my boy Ryan Garcia. And this bet was $40 to win $53.29. I'm Jason Bovada. Those were my NFL Week 17 picks.